We are at the Fordoun Hotel and Spa, and I'm sitting with one of the owners, Richard Bates. Now, Richard, during this time, obviously very confusing process for everyone. It's not in any textbooks where we can read and go over it, but what processes have you guys adjusted to actually ensure the safety of your guests joining you at Fodoun?
Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Certainly lots changed. There's certain things that are regulation that we've had to change. And I think more importantly as well, we want to make sure that we keep our guests and our staff safe here because, one, we don't want anyone getting sick, but two, it also affects our business negatively. So we've taken the protocols very seriously, and we've also tried to educate our staff as well as we possibly can. For instance, when you arrive here, obviously you have to go through a routine now, where you have to disinfect your hands, you have to fill in forms to say whether or not you have been in an area where you might be able to get the COVID, or if you've had a temperature, for instance, something like that. We do take temperature as well. The bags need to be disinfected, the luggage bags. All our staff, of course, have to wear masks, and where the reception areas as well, we do put up screens as well, just as an added protection level. But those are quite intense. But what I think is probably almost as important is constant reminders to the staff on how they need to behave. We've got about 90% of our staff that live on the property. And it's the ones that don't live on the property that concern me the most, because you don't quite know what they're getting up to outside. So it's about constant reminder and education with regards to how they need to behave in their own households. And then from a transport point of view, I mean, what has changed is that my brother and myself have to get up early in the morning now and go and pick the staff up ourselves. Yeah, so we do that ourselves and make sure that the vehicle isn't crowded. What we don't want is the staff to be on taxis, for instance, because we think that potentially that could be a risk area. And we disinfect and we make sure we do it ourselves. Luckily 90% of the staff are on the property, but for those 10% that aren't, we go and pick them up.
So coming through the check-in process, we've noticed it's really, really good. So what the process you guys have put in is ensuring a lot of safety for your guests. Having a spa on the property, I mean, we will touch on this a little bit later with some videos and images, but can you just go over 2 or 3 processes that you've actually changed in the spa?
Yeah, the spa, I mean, that was certainly an area where we thought that we're going to have to really focus on things there if we're going to make it work properly, because obviously with your treatments, it's very intimate, personal and close, hands-on sort of stuff. So everything that gets touched within the treatment room has to be cleaned or washed, and we have to wash it at over 70 degrees temperature, which apparently kills the virus. So there's a lot of washing going on at the moment, and our washing machines are in full force, but luckily we do that all on the property. Apart from that, of course, you have your normal check-ins. The girls wear visors and masks there as well. And all the therapists live on the property. For me, we can't force people to stay here, but we just feel that, we're a bit of a bubble. We do, of course, have people coming in, which is very important, but to a certain extent we can control that. It's when you're outside of the property that you don't quite know what's going to happen here.
Awesome. Well, Richard, thank you very much for taking time out of your day. Out of your busy schedule, we know that things are starting to pick up, which is great news, not just for you, but for the whole country, I think. So thank you very much. We're really happy to be out here.
Thanks, Brandon. We look forward to having a bumpy year next year.
Awesome. Let's go.